Mike, the stats clearly show just how crucial Tom Hackett and Andy Phillips were to this team's success last season, but we wanted to go beyond those numbers and find out exactly how a pair of former walk-ons became the most sensational kicking tandem in all of college football.
Green, set.
Between Hackett and Phillips, this is probably the best battery between the kicker and punter position in the entire country.
In 2011, I'm watching TV in my family house in Melbourne. This really big named Australian rules football player is talking about coming over to try play in the NFL. I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool.
I grew up playing soccer and ski racing. It was Thanksgiving, we were kicking football with my family, they all play soccer, so we were all competing against each other, and found out I was a pretty good kicker.
They're a great 1-2 punch, great weapons for us. You know, Tommy's from Australia, so he's got a much different background than Andy.
Australian rules, kicker, and that one, 8 ball, corner pocket.
And they're both ultra competitive. Andy's a little more feisty in those competitive situations.
Phillips' 23 field goals were best in the Pac-12 last season and tied him for 4th in the nation, while Hackett, who also holds for Phillips, earned the Ray Guy Award after breaking school records in both total punts and most punt yards in a season. For their stellar efforts, both kickers were named first team All-Pac-12.
When you have a unit like this, it's such a benefit.
Yeah, so what's the secret to holding?
Don't blink.
Got it.
I love Tom. He's kind, he works his butt off, but at the same time he has a really fun time doing it.
Yam, set. Hey, it's a bit easier than green, I reckon. Andy, he's a little more vocal.
And I like to think I'm a lot better than I am, probably. Tom will tell you that.
And people seem to portray him as more of a competitor than me. But deep down, I think we're pretty close.
Phillips hits it strong and good.
Well, Tom sleeps with a football. I don't know if he told you that.
Because I got told when I was in grade 7 back home that if I sleep with an Aussie rules football, I subconsciously get a better feel for the ball, which is probably a bunch of nonsense, but I believed it at the time.
The perception of specialists when we got here was not the greatest.
Unathletic would be a good word. That's changing.
We're lifting as much as these other guys. We're running and we're doing challenges against these guys and winning challenges. And they realize, you know, wow, these kids are athletes. They're working just as hard as we are.
Both those guys have learned from each other. They've spent a lot of time talking to each other about the game, about the different pressures and how they handle it, and they've been good to each other.
I think that's what makes our situation so unique is, I mean, the chance of someone like me and Tom doing this is slim, but then the fact that we're on the same team together is just an anomaly. Stop is going to be on the camera.
They can probably hear this.